The call came just after a heavy rainstorm had swept through the city. Water had rushed through the gutters, flooding the streets and filling every storm drain with murky runoff. A shop owner reported hearing tiny cries coming from beneath a metal grate near the sidewalk. At first, he thought it was the wind forcing air through the pipes. But when the crying continued long after the rain stopped, he leaned down and realized something extraordinary. Kittens had been born in the storm drain. When we arrived, the sky was still gray and the pavement slick. Cars passed only a few feet away, unaware that beneath their tires, fragile new lives were fighting to survive. We knelt by the drain and listened carefully. Faint, high-pitched meows echoed from deep below, bouncing against the concrete walls. Shining a flashlight through the narrow openings, we saw them, tiny, soaked kittens huddled together against the curve of the pipe. Their fur was plastered to their skin, their eyes barely open. Beside them was their mother, thin and exhausted, her body wrapped protectively around her newborn, lion kings and queens. It's incredible how fierce a small cat can look when she's protecting her babies. Though she was trapped in cold darkness, she lifted her head and hissed toward the light. She didn't know we were there to help. To her, we were just another threat in a world that had given her nothing but danger. Traffic roared above us. Water still trickled through the drain. We knew we had to move quickly, but carefully. Storm drains are not simple spaces. They're narrow, unstable, and unpredictable. Removing the grate required tools and coordination while ensuring the structure didn't shift or cause further flooding. As we worked to lift the heavy metal cover, the mother cat let out a sharp, desperate scream. It wasn't just a sound. It was raw instinct, fear, and fury combined. She pressed her tiny body closer to her babies, ready to defend them with everything she had. The moment the grate was lifted, the sound of the city seemed louder, harsher. The kittens began crying more intensely, sensing the disturbance. One rescuer carefully climbed down into the shallow drain, boots splashing in leftover rainwater. The space was tight and claustrophobic. Concrete walls curved around them, damp and cold. The mother cat darted to the side, still screaming, her voice echoing like a warning siren. It's a sound that stays with you, not anger, but terror. She had chosen that dark pipe as the safest place she could find. Now strangers were invading it. We paused. No sudden movements. Speaking softly, we slowly approached the kittens first. They were too young to run, too small to understand anything except cold and hunger. One by one, they were gently lifted into a carrier lined with warm blankets. Their cries softened slightly as they felt the warmth. The mother cat was harder. She scrambled deeper into the curve of the drain, eyes wide, heart pounding. It took patience and steady hands to safely secure her without causing harm. When she was finally guided into the carrier with her babies, her screaming stopped almost instantly. The moment she felt them beside her again, her body relaxed, just slightly. Back above ground, the scene felt surreal. Just minutes earlier, these tiny, lion kings and queens, had been hidden beneath concrete and rushing water. Now they were wrapped in dry towels, blinking up at a cloudy sky for the first time. At the veterinary clinic, the kittens were examined carefully. Miraculously, despite the rain and cold, they were stable. Under the grime, their fur revealed beautiful patterns, stripes and spots that truly made them look like miniature royalty. The mother, though underweight, was strong. Her fierce spirit had kept them alive. Over the following days, warmth and nourishment transformed them. The kittens began to crawl more confidently, tiny paws wobbling across soft bedding instead of slick concrete. Their eyes opened wider, revealing curiosity instead of fear. The mother cat stopped screaming. Instead, she purred, a quiet, steady rumble of relief. It's hard to imagine how close they were to tragedy. One more storm, one more surge of water, one distracted driver stepping onto the grate. Their lives could have ended before they truly began. Instead, they were given a second chance. Weeks later, the kittens, once born in darkness, were exploring a safe foster home filled with toys and sunlight. They climbed over each other like playful cubs, wrestling and tumbling across the floor. Their mother watched from a nearby cushion, no longer afraid, only protective in the gentle way a safe mother can be. From a storm drain to a warm home. From screams of fear to soft purrs of comfort. Sometimes royalty isn't born in castles. Sometimes lion kings and queens are born beneath city streets, in the most unlikely places. And sometimes, all it takes is someone willing to lift a heavy grate and face a screaming mother's fear to change their destiny forever.